guys, welcome back to my channel, Monkey Wrench. I'm Kelly, the monkey with the wrench. We just had Hurricane Helene pass by. I've had the shop closed up for the last few days. I've had to move my office to the other side of the house where there was no trees above it for anything to deadfall on it. And I'm just kind of getting back in the swing of things. I realize I don't have a video for today, being Saturday, so this is going to be largely uncut. I'm just making a quick video here.
Please subscribe.
I've got 3 machines. They all need to be diagnosed. This is a Craftsman 550 series. We've got, I think it's a Toro 675. And then we've got another Craftsman over here. I have no idea what's wrong with them.
Call, see if you can figure out what's wrong with this thing. It won't crank up and everything seems to be put together right.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Except I know that most of the cables are no good. I know that this cable, the bale cable, when I squeezed it, it did open what it was supposed to, but it's jammed and it won't close. I don't know if it runs. We're going to find that out in a second. This one's clearly missing both cables. It's a self-propelled model. That's the drive cable there that's wrapped around the handle. And the bale cable is actually missing. I'm going to show you how to quickly diagnose the motor. And in this case, we've got a busted bale cable. So I'm going to show you real quick how I'd go about this. Hopefully it only takes a few minutes. Now the first thing I do before testing anything else, these are brought to me by a scrapper and we have no idea what might be wrong with them. So the first thing I always do is check to see if the motor will run. Since we got a busted bale cable, I've got to fix that real quick, or not fix it, but I have to bypass it. So we take the top off, take the air filter off so we can get to the carburetor right there, and then I'm going to take off the spring that pulls the bale cable assembly back where it needs to be so that we can undo it. And of course the cable wants to hold it in position. So we'll just take that out of the way. Make sure when you do that it stays in the open position. If it vibrates itself back, it's going to shut off. This carburetor is full of junk, oil, dirt, dust. In the very least, it's going to need to be cleaned. I'm going to spray a little bit of junk in there. And we're going to give it a pull or two and see if it'll start. Usually it starts on the 4th pull. When you do that, that's open. Let's try it again. Let's get this thing out of here. My guess is this one doesn't have any spark. Because I'm getting nothing. And my bale is completely open, so I know that's not the issue. Let's push this one out of the way for a minute. These are just checks. There's not a lot of money in these. In fact, there's really no money at all. So I'm not going out of my way to start checking a bunch of other crap. I'm going to use a zip tie to hold this open. This is what your bale cable works. So as long as that's open, it won't take my spark. See if she'll start on the fourth pull. Alright, so that motor's okay. Oh, we got a baby snake. Now it's a dead baby snake. So that one, in the very least, is going to need a carburetor clean and 2 cables. This one we're going to take the air cover off. Give it a spray. And see if it'll start. See if it'll start a little bit longer this time. It'll run. It doesn't sound great. I attempted to pull the self-propelled handle. Nothing happened. Usually when it's firing, it'll at least jerk the wheels a little. So we got nothing there. And I just realized why. Because there's no belt on the drive system. So that's no good. So in the very least, this one is going to need a bail cable, a drive belt, and a carburetor clean. This one doesn't have spark for some reason. I'll dig into that and find out. These are my favorite to work on, so that shouldn't be a big deal. At best, it might be a magneto. It's also going to need a new bail cable. This one here is definitely going to need a drive cable, a bail cable, a carburetor clean, and who knows what else is wrong with the drive system. But hopefully that gives you an idea of what it's like when you're running some sort of a... I don't run a shop. This is a hobby for me. Most of the time I just do this for people I know, people I've come across. There's no money in these small things. I do it so I can make videos for you guys. So that's how I would diagnose a normal machine when it came in. I just diagnosed 3. Editing Kelly here. I did film an exit for this video, and apparently, I don't know why, but it ended up being 5 seconds long. So, they all needed bail cables. 2 of them need drive cables. 1 of them needs a drive belt. That's why it wasn't moving when I even tested it. Was the Black Craftsman. 1 has no spark. Have to figure out why. On something like that, it's usually just a bad magneto or a bad spark plug. But again, I'll be making videos on these individually, so you'll be able to see the repairs as they were done. I just wanted to show you how fast it was to diagnose the motors, the mowers. I've already texted the customer. He said he wants to go ahead and fix them. He's going to be bringing me money here soon, I guess, in the next couple of days. So when the parts get here, I'll film the repairs on them, get them back into motion. Usually when drive systems stop working, it's usually a cable or a belt. It's not usually the drive system itself. So I'm guessing that once we get the cables back in place, they're going to be working on the self-propelled mowers. Getting the motors running is no big deal. Some dirty carburetors, some bail cables that are missing, and usually you're back in business with these small engines, unless somebody blew it up by not running it with motor oil in it or whatever. So new air filters, new motor oil, that kind of stuff. Parts for each one is going to be somewhere around 50 or 60 bucks, and that's plus labor. So you're not getting in this to make $1 million, but hopefully this gives you an idea of how quickly you can diagnose a situation, and you don't need too many tools. So thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button. It's somewhere between my chin and my balls. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you soon.